Hey, brothers and sisters. Sorry, I had to turn the camera on. I just wanted to come. I have a few minutes here between I got to get dinner ready and hubby coming home and kids and grandkids staying here. But I had a couple minutes, and I just really am hoping I have something that can encourage some of you. And this is for those who are sick, very with diseases and cancers and all that stuff, any kind of thing that's got you down. Of course, colds and flus included, but those life-changing illnesses. Healings are real, so very real, and that's what I wanted to come here to talk to you about today. One thing that we often do as Christians is we pray for our healings, but we seek others, don't we, for prayer. When we go to church, we ask for our pastors to pray for us. We go forward for healings. People have gone to many extremes. I had a family member that actually went to Jerusalem in waves of healing. So I'm here to tell you something a little different in my story. Just so you know, I had MS, seizures, multiple seizures a day. I was very much bedridden. 90%, I'm not good with percentages, but 90% of my day would be in bed. Couldn't walk without a walker, wasn't quite wheelchair bound yet. Anywhere out in the stores, certainly I would use a wheelchair, but I didn't go out. I had spent about 15 years with this, and I too just prayed, went anywhere, anybody I thought was remotely godly, I would ask for them to pray for me. So here's what I want to tell you. It doesn't have to be somebody else. It's just like when Jesus was in the grave. There wasn't any apostles, disciples, anyone there praying over his dead body, commanding life. God, no one was there. God came down and God did it. And that's what happened to me. I had, right here at home, all alone, one of our daughters and husbands and grandkids had lived here for a little bit. They had just moved out, and I had gone back to, we have a den area that they were using as their living area, and it was empty, a few furniture things were left, and I thought, what am I going to do now? And real quick, the reason I paused was I forgot to tell you. I'll tell you now. About 2 years ago, I started receiving words from the Lord, and you'll see on my channel that a lot of that is. During these visions and writings, I received a lot of things about what's coming, as you know, the big day of the Lord, that's my thing, but local things and personal things and directions on prepare for this, prepare this, do this way, specific, but it was all a lot of, and I'm going to sorry to leave you again there. I want to make sure it didn't stop. Oh, with my text message. Sorry, guys. So I had received lots and lots of directions, but with the health I was in, I knew it would be short of a miracle. So that was when I started seeking harder a miracle to work, these things that the Lord was showing me. Okay, so fast forward again, we moved out. I had gone back to the den and sat in a chair in the corner. And I just sat back just like this. And all I said was kind of prayerfully talking to God. I said, now what, Lord? Just thinking, okay, my kids are gone, which, they come and go. They're adults, and empty nest I deal with all the time. But it's more of, I knew they were leaving. I know we're getting close to time. Well, now what do I do with this phase of my life? And so at that moment, I saw a bright light in the middle of the room. It wasn't a person, an angel. It was just a light. I thought, and I'm looking, and it gets brighter and brighter. And then I had one's not here now, but I had two dogs. My little dog, he's just a little Chihuahua Shih Tzu mix. And then another dog, a really, really big Clifford, the big red dog, big dog. He's with my son. But he was here. And both of them at the same time perked up and started just looking at the light. So I was like, oh, they see this light. And as it got brighter, little orbs started coming off, like floating off of it. They didn't have a life of their own, but kind of like maybe maybe fireworks, how they dazzle, something like that. And so the dogs started kind of chasing after these orbs. So I was like, okay, I'm so glad. Because when I'm thinking to myself, when I tell people about this, at least the dogs saw it. The dogs can't tell you, but they saw it. So, anyway, sorry, it was exciting. So that started getting brighter and brighter, and the intensity, the brightness was so bright that I couldn't then see the dogs, furniture, the room. It was bright white, just solid white. And then it was comfortable. I wasn't scared. I knew it was odd, but I had seen weird things and visions, and so I wasn't scared. Then this music, orchestrated angels singing, just started it was a real slow introduction, and then I can't even explain it, heavenly music, and it just got louder and louder and brighter, and it just went on, and nothing was happening. I'm like, okay, something should be happening. I sat there, I couldn't see anything but this bright. It's completely comfortable, so I was like, okay, something's happened. I'm thinking, because there was time. So in my thoughts, I'm thinking, I'm dying. This is my ride to heaven. I don't, because there was time, but I tried mostly to enjoy it. So I just kind of sat in it. Okay. So after a few minutes, this actually lasted, as I looked at the clock and figured it out later, it was about a 10-minute time scenario. It seemed like hours, because when it was done, the reason I had looked at the clock was I thought, oh, my whole day is gone, kind of that. I didn't do my housework, with the kids, husband's coming home, what do I do? And it had only been 15 minutes, so I thought it was hours. So anyway, okay, here's what I'm telling you all this to tell you is when it started going, it went away calmly, and it all settled down. And when it was gone, it just was gone. And the dogs, I could tell they had a blast. I don't know what went on with them, but they were exhausted. They had a blast. And so they kind of pooped out. And so I'm sitting there, and nothing changed, though. Not that I expected furniture to be different, but I was like, I'm here on earth, I'm not in heaven, what was that? So I spoke out loud. I literally said, what was that? And just as I said that, I heard an overlapping voice right here saying the word that. It was overlapping my that. So I said, what was that? And I'm hearing, that was the glory of God. I thought, that was the glory of God. That's definitely that. So I'm like, okay. So I feel like I'm not didn't want to turn around. And I feel like this voice is still, I didn't feel like it was a person. I could just hear it. And so I feel like they're there, but they didn't say anything, and I didn't know what. So it was just a long pause again. And so I finally said, now what? Because it was my original question that got me there. And I heard, you are healed. I thought, oh, my first thought was, from what? Because I got MS, I have seizures, blood pressure, couldn't walk, incontinence, anything and everything. So my first thought was, from what? So I went ahead and said, or thought, I guess I thought it, from what? And I heard everything. And I thought, oh my, I just heard everything. So I heard everything. So, okay, everything. Okay, so again, I said, you don't know what you're going to say. So I said, now what? And then I was actually thinking when I said that, should I try to move? Because I was frozen. Should I try to move an arm to see if it hurts? Because I always hurt. Should I move my toes? Should I get up and dance? What do I do? So I just said, now what? And he said, go forward and do all that you've been writing. I thought, oh, that's what this is about. And I thought, everything we have planned is going to take years. So instantly, I don't know even why I asked this, but I said, is there enough time? No, I said, will I be done in time? That was what I said. And he said, just in time. So, and then it ended. I got up from my chair. And from that moment forward, I was healed from everything. Yeah, I'm almost 51. I'm still a 50-year-old woman who gets tired at the end of the day. I still get my colds and I still have my aches. But if from the life I lived, I just want you to know that you don't have to walk forward at an altar to find your healing. He will meet you there. He will meet you wherever you are. Okay? You need to know that. And for those of you who are time oriented and watching for that great and dreadful day of the Lord, I will let you know this. I'm done with the list. Everything that I was set to do is done. Not to say that more can't be added. He did add a couple of things after my healing that I had to finish. So, but I am done at this point. And I also have a little circumstance in my life that happened. I'll share with you as far as concerning time. After I started learning of this great and dreadful day, I instantly began praying for we have 7 children. Our oldest son and our youngest is a son. They both work the pipelines, and they live in Texas and Oklahoma and wherever. They work together, but they go different places. I instantly started praying for them to be home. Just where your heart is. The others live within 45 minutes, hour. We're kind of central. But those two. So we got some bad news a couple days ago. Good news for Grandma and Mommy. But they both got laid off from their jobs, and I truly do feel bad for them. This disrupts their life. But they have to come back, and they always, this has happened a time or two, and they get jobs quickly, and so I'm not concerned too much about that part, but it's just interesting that they'll be here for a couple weeks now, just time-wise. So I wanted to share all that with you. I hope it's a blessing to you. Mm, I just pray that anyone who hears this can truly experience this glory of God. It may not be as dramatic and room filled, but I assure you, God can come down and touch you without another human hand. Okay? He can. Okay. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.